I'm glad you all had a chance to join us this evening. We got a lot. Well, I've got a lot to share with you. What's up and coming with Escape Artist. And tonight's focus is Panama. But before we get started here, I would like to, if you guys can kind of put in where you're calling in from. I got a couple people here that are from Panama, which is great since we'll be talking about Panama tonight. And so I'm actually hoping I say everything right. I know we got a couple here from Arizona, New York. If you can just go ahead and put in the areas under there where this saws where it talks about questions. Um, I always love to hear what people are calling from. I mean, we just got back. We got Wisconsin. There you go. Got some cheese. Canada. We have some Tampa, Florida. Very nice. Warmer than most of the country. Probably warmer than Canada up there, huh? We have Illinois. We have New York. We got France, which is nice. Welcome. We have keep it coming. I always enjoy this part because Escape Artist is such a global environment. We have so many people from all over the world, and being around for 18 years, being seen as a global leader, it's always exciting to see where people are coming from. I'm on the phone all the time with individuals from different parts of the world, and it's just to me, it's exciting to have this community that we're able to grow with and just grow from. And so, and being part of Escape Artists and seeing the growth it's going through and it's about to go through with the launch of the new website and with the conferences that are coming up, a way to really interact with a lot of you. I've got a chance to meet several of you already from some of the past conferences, and that's something else. I tell you, when you get the experience of going one on one and talking back and forth, and then you actually meet that person, you always wonder. For me, you guys know what I look like. This is me. I'm actually doing this from the comfort of my own home. But we're in the conference area. We start meeting each other and saying, hey, tell me about yourself and give me a little history. So that's I tell you, that one-on-one conference time is always exciting, and it's just always great that Escape Artist is moving in that direction. I'm excited that we've had a lot of success in that arena, and being an online business, it's very difficult sometimes to put a personality behind what we're trying to grow here. But we also have Las Vegas in the house. We have San Diego, Mexico. That's great. So as you keep joining, just kind of put in there, where you're from under the question box, and I'll be glad to acknowledge. I really do appreciate you joining me tonight. So tonight's focus is about Panama and why Panama. And I've got a lot to share with you. Occasionally, every so often, you'll see me look down because I've got, I wish it was all here, but it's not. But it is one of those areas. I want to keep thanking everyone who's jumping online here. I know we have somebody here from Texas, Dallas, Texas. Welcome. We have somebody else from Boca Raton, Florida. We have someone from Key West, Costa Rica. That's great. So let's talk about Panama. What's fascinating about Panama, at least from an Escape Artist point of view, it's one of the very first portal that we actually expanded to. It's one of the first countries that we really exposed ourselves to, and brought a lot of that knowledge to. And so I'm going to share a lot of it with you tonight, as much as I can, because there's a lot of questions about Escape Artists and what we offer. And when we talk about the live, work, play, retire, and invest in anywhere around the world, we truly mean that as one of our missions, to deliver that knowledge to you and provide you the expertise or the experts to actually go and make that happen for you. So to be able to live, work, play, retire, and invest anywhere around the world is exciting. I do want to start this off by, in Panama, our Panama ambassador, Debbie Fishel, is with us, and she's spent time down there. We truly believe about working with individuals that live in those countries or have a lot of experience in it, because they're the ones that are able to give us the up-to-date information. Laws are ever changing, policies are ever done. You got the governments. Who knows who's going to be the next president as Marinelli steps down? You don't know what's going to happen. And so when you start looking about all that and you try and decide, is Panama it for me? Should I start a business in Panama? Should I go there and visit? How do I understand the real estate that's going on in Panama? These are crucial, and this is a crucial bit of information. It has an impact in your life, and part of Escape Artist's mission is to make sure that we deliver upon that and we deliver the factual information as much as possible. Not our opinion. And that's one thing I want to make very clear. We do have a lot of individuals out there, and there's nothing wrong with that, that have a one-sided point of view on a specific topic. And trust me, we're no stranger to being exposed to that as well. But I do share with you that it is important for us to be able to not only provide you credible information as best as we can give it to you, and we're going to shoot for 100% accuracy, but we live to try to deliver that. We will try to make sure that it's up to date. If there is an article that doesn't seem to deliver exactly what you think, or you find an article that doesn't seem to be a little factual, let us know. We want to know, because what you're reading makes an impact in your life, and obviously it makes an impact to the next person that reads it, and the next person, and the next person. So I do think that if you look at it, it's from that point, it's really important for us to give you that information. We have a shout out here from Australia. Welcome. I don't even know what time it is over there. Was it 8 o'clock in the morning? A lot of action going on on that side of the world. So all over the news with so much going on. But now, Panama. We do have a conference coming up in Panama. We teamed up with the conference name is the Global Escape Hatch. We teamed up with a couple of our partners to bring the expertise of tons of experts to that conference starting in April 8th. The registration starts April 8th, and the conference ends on the 13th. So we're talking about less than a month away, 3.5 weeks away, covering topics I think that are very vital and important for anyone that's really listening or going to watch this a little bit later, about asset protection and FATCA. How does that affect you? How, banks from all over the world are being affected by this FATCA laws, and that the U.S. has started, and other countries are starting to follow behind them. And so when I say FATCA, I'm saying FACTA. And if you look up on Google, you'll find that it's something that the U.S. is really starting to enforce quite a bit. And so the banking regulations is important. So who do I bank with? Where do I go? Is my 11 a.m. out there in Australia. Interesting. So sorry, I always think it's fascinating in different time zones. But so who do I bank with? Where do I put my money? Is it safe there? Do I put it here in the U.S.? How does it affect me? How does it affect the income that I generate from offshore? So we at the conference, we're going to talk about IBCs, income business international business corporations, and so how you're able to really start a business in Panama or other places. So, we're going to have the experts there. Is it something that you want an IBC out of Belize? You want it out of Vanuatu, Singapore? These are very, very important questions on how you're able to operate them. We also have some great international investments that will be discussed there, opportunities that don't come at you every single day, but it gives you a chance to really sit down, rub elbows with those individuals, and see if this is something that's a good fit for you and exactly what you're looking for. We'll be talking about trust. And again, back to the asset protection side of things, where you can ask yourself, am I protected? Is everything I've worked so hard to deliver, everything I've worked so hard to make for me, my kids, my family, or just back to me, am I protected? If I create a trust, where should it be? Where should I go? How do I do it? Instead of trying to go online to Google and try to figure out of the 1 or 13 million results that you get, there you go. Go to the conference. You'll find those individuals there that are experts in it. One topic that's always fascinating for me is precious metals. So when you start taking a look at exactly what do you need to do to kind of protect yourself, you start taking a look at residencies. Is Panama a good residence? Citizens Should I gain citizenship there? Should I focus on investments offshore? Do I do banking there? Do I look for real estate and how to look for real estate and what do I need to protect myself? And some of the past conferences we've had ECI Development present there, where Mike Cobb would come online and talk about the 15 things that you should know about buying real estate in Latin America. That's always been a major hit. It was when I first heard it. Never thought about, checking for hot water and a few other things that he mentions in the presentation. I'm not going to steal his thunder. You got to be there to listen to it. But it's always fascinating to hear, you're here or you're wherever you are and you feel that the rest of the world sometimes operates in that way. It's not the case. So what you take for granted here, maybe not something that you have available to you when you're down there. So these are things that we will be discussing as we're down there. Now, when I talk about Panama even further, we talk about employment options. How is it possible for me to get a visa? If I am really thinking about Panama, what options do I have? There is something that just came out about just under 2 years ago, May of, I think, 2012, where Martinelli issued the Friendly Nations visa, where he extended it to 48 nations, and the U.S. is part of it. You've got the United Kingdom, Netherlands, you've got Ireland, and you got a whole list of countries that are for individuals that are able to become permanent residents and obtain work visas or work permits pretty quickly. This kind of information is what we provide you when you go to the Panama portal on EscapeArtist.com. We provide you the factual. And if something changes, like I said, we're going to go to that article and we're going to make that change. We're going to try to get you the latest information possible. But when you go to the conference, you kind of take what the articles deliver to you and make it live. It's something that is delivered to you. So it's like taking it, reading it, and then saying, look, I have a question about this, and be able to get the answers that you're looking for. And that's, I'm telling you, is the most fascinating part of it, because things change based on your circumstance. My circumstance is not the same as yours. And I share this because I've seen this many, many times where somebody asks one question, and it's coming at it from a point of view that you think is the same as your point of view. And then when you drill down a little further, you realize it's not the same, because you may have investments here or you do banking over here, and it may affect exactly what you're trying to accomplish. When we, in the past conferences that we've actually worked with, this came true. They come there and, attendees would come and say, hey, I was thinking about buying this. I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? And my attorney or my friend up, in the US or in the UK says that this is very much the way we should do it. And you go there and you talk to someone who's been doing it for 20 years, someone who's actually the expert, and says, you can't do that. Because if you do, you're breaking laws. But this is the easier way to do, and it's going to cost you less money. And that right there it's what it's all about. So we talk about the Panama experience. Now, there is a twist to this, So as we bring this conference to you, April 8th to the 13th, registration on the 8th, we really do try to bring experience to this as well. Because it's one thing to sit in a conference from 8 to 5, listen to experts, and then saying, okay, what about the rest of the country? What does it actually look like? I've been to a few conferences where you arrive and you leave and you're like, man, I never left the hotel. I have no idea that I was there. And I know a lot of you can relate to that. So we try to make sure that we give you the experience of Panama so you can understand it. So the evenings to dinners, or some special trips that we have lined up. So if you're thinking about investments in precious metals, one of the things I think we're working on as we speak is possibly, if you want, a preview of a storage facility for precious metals, or even talk to the person and say, I'm looking to make a safe investment into gold. What do I do, and where is it going to be stored? It'd be nice to know that you're buying the gold and seeing exactly where it's actually being stored right then and there. There's a lot of investment opportunities when it actually comes to work visas or permanent residencies there in Panama. I know I talked about the Friendly Nations visa. I know there's some investments you can make into teak or mango farms that actually make the residency a little quicker for you in a shorter period of time. So this works for individuals that are looking to move there in the near future, because although you're going to be there, you can knock out a lot of the stuff right then and there. These things can be done when you go back home as well. These experts are there to make sure that you get what you need done when they're supposed to get done. So that's another part of why the conferences have always been very successful in the past and will continue moving forward. And Panama is the next destination. To Panama is where we're going now. How do we make it even more exciting than what I've shared with you so far? We are because this is a very special year. Panama is celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Panama Canal. So when I went last year in September, I think September, October. I think I went twice actually. I went to September and then October. Um, they were putting a big hype around this 100th year anniversary of the Panama Canal, and I had a chance to go visit the right on the canal, the museum they have for all the work that happened there, everything that, and we're talking about 100 years ago, and so we all know that's one of the greatest feats that we've accomplished as man. Man, I mean, there's several others out there, but to be part of the 100-year celebration, to be part of history, to see it, so what we've done is for the individuals that enroll and sign up immediately and get the VIP package part of this, they're going to be given a trip along the Panama Canal. So it's called a cruise along the Panama Canal. So we'll put you on a boat. You'll go down through a lock or two. So you get to experience a lock going down the 20 feet while the other lock goes up the 20 feet and leveling everything out. So you get that entire exposure. We're talking about doing dinner, visiting a museum. So it's that kind of experience that we want you to experience when you're at the conferences. We went to Costa Rica. We did catamaran. Here we're going to talk about a Panamanian cruise on the Panama Canal itself, and that's an experience that you can write home about. If anything else, like I said, there's multiple things I'm going to talk about that are exciting and fascinating about what's going on and what we're doing. But if anything else, that experience alone is something you can write home about and tell your children, grandchildren, spouse, friends, Facebook it. Matter of fact, Facebook it. I mean, that tells everybody, right? So, or tweet. So, so you start talking Panama, how do I work there? How do I live there? What is there to play? The nightlife, the conference is over at 5 or 6 o'clock. It's being held at the Hard Rock Hotel. And that's going to be crazy. You're going to have a fun time right there just by saying Hard Rock, right? I mean, that's a given, isn't it? 5 restaurants inside of it, very huge. I don't know how many rooms. Takes up a whole block. I mean, it's an experience. So talk about living, having real estate experts coming to say, hey, look at this place, look at the value given here. Real estate there has been such an investment. I tell you, prices from just 10 years ago to where they're at now, it's just continuously going up. And you always say it's time, it's always the location. And well, it's the time. Time is what determines the value, right? Over time. So, and the location. But so we talk about real estate, how to live there, how to work there, which is vital. Get the visa. How do I, get in? How do I get out? What's nearby? Where is actually Panama City located? And most people don't realize it. If you look on a map, Panama looks like it goes up and down, but the truth, it goes side to side. So you're always wondering, where's Panama City? Is it on the Atlantic? Is it on the Pacific? Where part of the country is it? How far is it for me to actually travel to another province in that country, or take a flight over to Boca del Toro? So there's a lot of possibilities. A lot of people who attend the conferences as well or visit these countries go and stay a few extra days so they can take advantage of some of the sites that are out there. It's truly fascinating to see what downtown actually looks like. If you haven't been to Panama or you haven't seen Panama's downtown, I highly recommend that you Google it. Google Panama City, Panama. Go to the images and see what it actually looks like. It's gonna blow your mind. It's grown so much over the years, and it looks like a major city. And so it's always fascinating to see the structures and what makes it unique, especially that one building that's looks like it's blocks of Legos. You'll see what I mean when you look on the Google and look at on the images. So you talk about the real estate opportunities when it comes to live. Talk about medical tourism. When people say, "Well, what happens if I get sick? What happens if my spouse gets sick, or what are my children? How is the medical care down there?" And I tell people all the time, if you go online, just type in John Hopkins in Panama, you'll find that it's Hospital Punta Pacifica. It's in Panama City. It's a state of the art facility that opened in 2006, and so you got John Hopkins Medical International there. You got some of the latest technology. It's a beautiful facility. You got a lot of American doctors or Canadian doctors, European doctors that move down there, open up a practice, and you'll see a lot of individuals, medical tourism. They'll fly down there for a medical procedure that doesn't cost but a third or 20% of what it would cost in their home country. So I wouldn't worry about it shouldn't be a concern on the top of your list, but the facilities are there. You need to go see it for yourself. We had an individual come to a conference and, I've always wanted to live here. And I think this is a place I want to retire. This is a place I want to be. After spending a week there, let's just say the decision wasn't quite the same. So you want to experience. You want to take the fact that you're not going on your own. You're going with other individuals, like-minded individuals, talking about freedom in different ways, talking about investments, talking about other attendees. Just really communicating, networking. But we'll talk about that briefly a little bit later. Medical tourism is big. Medical tourism is good down there. It's some great care. I've had plenty of experience with that, not necessarily in Panama and other countries that, Panama's even higher quality. So it's there. Another thing, when you start talking about how to live, work, play there, the nightlife I talked about earlier, retirement, how does it affect, there is part of Panama's retirement program. If you live there, you're a resident, and you at a certain age, you'll start seeing when you go to places that there's a price for everybody else, and then there's a price for you. There's a price for those individuals that are within a certain age range, and you'll find it's an amazing savings. Instead of paying $10, you're going to pay $3, and the country respects the fact that a lot of people come there to retire. And so when you're on a tight budget and you're looking at what you can do and how you can live there, this is a great time to go to figure that out, because you'll see a lot of places will give one price and another price for retirement. So it's that one I thought was pretty fascinating when I went. And then we talk about investments, and I shared with you earlier. There's the TEAC programs, there's the Mangoes, there's real estate, there's pre-IPO companies, there's other investment opportunities that you'll be able to look at, talk to the people, take a look if it's for you, if it's not. Maybe a friend of yours may want to take a look at some opportunities down there. These are deals that you just don't get every day. These are deals that are some of those that, man, I wish I had that opportunity, because it is those kind of deals that you really want to be a part of. Now, so we covered live, work, play, retire, and invest, and I'll come up with a couple more. But now let's go back to a little bit of the networking or the experience that you will actually get down there. The currency down there, they use the U.S. dollar, and so you'll see that you don't have to go to an exchange. You don't have to go get to the airport and exchange your money. They take U.S. dollars just fine, and so that makes it a lot easier. Since Panama does a lot of business with a lot of nations, they've chosen the currency of the U.S. dollar to be very, very strong. Now they do have their own dollar or coins, but the U.S. dollar is a very strong currency over there. You also have what was you saying? Cost of living to really think about the cost of living over there, where you come here and or you're in the States and you go to dinner and you're going to pay a certain price. Well, I find a lot of places in Panama are 50%, if not less than that, savings. I mean, you're going to spend less money. And so the cost of living actually makes it happen. I've seen some amazing real estate, some amazing opportunities down there where you're going to spend a lot less money. Now, if you're thinking about opening up a business, you want to open up an IBC, You want to go think about opening a bank account, and there's a lot of processes and that are very important that you follow as you go through doing business in Panama. Since EscapeArtist is a Panamanian company, we've been through this entire process of going through, going back, talking to the banks, making a couple of visits down there. But it is, there is policies you have to follow. So we do have some attorneys that are coming from, Costa Rica. We have attorneys that are coming from Panama that practice Panamanian law that you can sit there and talk to. And these are individuals that you don't open up a phone book and say, well, I hope he's going to take care of me. These are vetted individuals. These are every single expert that's coming to speak are vetted individuals, are highly respected in their own fields. We have individuals that actually charge $25,000 for you to have one-on-one time with them, and they're going to be sitting there rubbing elbows with you, and that's what you want. The amount of expertise that's going to be in that room is definitely, if there's a question there, if you have a question, there'll be an answer there. That's for sure. So we talk about not only networking with the speakers that are there and taking that knowledge. Sometimes the gold in the room, and actually sometimes more than sometimes, the gold in the room is actually the people that the attendees. You'd be surprised the person sitting next to you, who they are and what kind of knowledge they have, and where they're coming from. So it's always fascinating. Last trip I went down to Panama, I was sitting in a room where there was 3 people. It was myself, Mike Holland, and another guy was sitting at a table further down there, just listening to us talk about EscapeArtist, talk about the experience there. And it's a small hotel next to the airport. And the individual overheard us. He came up to us and said, hey, I overheard you. I don't really want to get in your business, but what is exactly you do? We talked about it. And he goes, hey, I just moved here. I just sold my house. I just left everything. I'm here because of political reasons. He was upset about certain things that are going on in the government. And he went on site, he bought a piece of property, he found out what was needed. So it was always fascinating to see our process kind of work for someone and meet that individual and get some testimonies, and it's exciting. And then I go, where'd you move from? And he said, well, I moved from this state. And I said, that's funny, that's where I live. And I thought that was always fascinating that the person, literally 20 minutes from me, just moved down to Panama and was in the same room with me in the dining room at the hotel. And you just never know. The person sitting next to you, the person down the street, who you're going to run into. There's a lot of opportunity down there. And because it's in Latin America and it's a really central location, it gives you a chance to really do business in different areas. So you can go down to Ecuador, Chile. You can go down to Brazil. You can go down to Colombia. You'll find some of these countries on escapeartist.com, where you'll see the relationship between, hey, if I open up a business in Panama, what do I need to do to business in Colombia or do business in Ecuador or Costa Rica and Mexico? So you want to know this information. We want to be able to feed you this information and then really expand it even further, give you a chance to really meet the individuals that actually either wrote the article or really the expertise behind it, or the person we interviewed that gave us the information. And really be your one true source. EscapeArtist.com, it's going to provide you how to live, work, play, retire, and invest anywhere around the world. And we're working hard to really deliver that. When you see the new website on EscapeArtist.com, you're going to see the direction that we're moving in, be able to really provide you dynamic information at a click of a button, and really make things more modern for you. Now, that site goes live in a few days from now. But when you come back to it, you'll see it and you'll see the difference, and you'll be able to. I almost hate to say that. I invite people to take a look what it looks like now and take a look at what it looks like in a few days, because it's completely different. The information's there. All the valuable information is there, but it's just not delivered in a way that you would deliver it today. So we spent the last few months really doing that, and by updating the technology and updating, providing you the conferences with our partners. You got global. You got the Global Escape Hatch, Global Wealth Protection, our partners there, our hemispheres. When we co-promoted this event, we made sure that we were bringing the experts to you. And so it's nice to, get an approach from different areas. So we're talking about breakout rooms. We're talking maybe 2 or 3 sessions going on at one time. Gives you a chance to really focus on the one that you really want to go. If you go with yourself or and bring a spouse, one goes to one, the other one goes to the other. Just quite a few number of really amazing speakers that are coming, and it's always truly exciting. So when we talk about escape artists and what direction we're moving to, conferences is one. So we deliver the content, we bring you the expertise, not coming from me, not coming from one individual. Escape Artist is represented by several experts in different fields, from asset protection, residencies, passports, offshore, banking, international investments, wealth creation, how to create an alternative income. We have individuals that are coming there as an attendee that is one of the top internet marketers around the world, and they're able to kind of share with you on how to create money from your list, from your website. And this person is going to be sitting right next to you, and you're going to be able to sit there and just pull all the information out of them. Highly sought after experts that are going to be attending this conference. So when you start taking a look, so we deliver the content, we bring you the expertise, and we really want to provide you the experience. The experience is the big part. So taking that cruise down the Panama Canal, taking the nights off, and coming up and checking out the Hard Rock, or walking around downtown as things are going. This is the experience you want. This is the way you can actually saying, I've been here, I see what's going on, I see where it's going. Be able to talk to the real estate individuals, be able to talk to every aspect of how to live, work, play, retire, and invest in Panama at that conference. Now, with Escape Artists, we're taking the experience a little bit further. So some of the things that you'll see coming is some other conferences or online summits that'll be coming at you really shortly here. We'll also be offering some very special, very special memberships programs that are coming up. So if you go to live.escapeartist.com or escapeartistlive.com, and I say that again, escapeartistlive.com, you'll be taken to a page, and on that page, you'll see different options. So you'll see our conferences, you'll see our memberships, you're going to see our up-and-coming radio podcast, which I'm excited to do some interviews with other expats or experts and really get engaged. And it'll be an hour-long, 45-minute long conversation between me and that individual and a couple of all the hosts that we'll be having. You'll see the webinars that are there so that we can deliver every week something to you that's informational about what Escape Artist is doing, so you can kind of get to know who we are. And that to me is very important. We have our media room and so on. But if you go to that page and you go down to memberships, you'll start seeing some of the programs that we're coming out with. I'm telling you, it's exciting because not only you get discounts to conferences, you get discounts to products and services from some of our partners and experts that you'll meet at the conference. You get special VIP tickets. You get special knowledge of some excursions that we're doing. We're talking about Escape Artist excursions, where we'll take a group of about 10 people and say, hey, let's go to Machu Picchu. Let's go really out there and explore. We also have a few more opportunities coming up with gourmet travel. So, hey, getting a group of 5 individuals heading down to Jamaica and really experiencing the gourmet, the food experience. For example, we talk about, when we went to Turkey, Istanbul, East meets West, we experienced the lifestyle, the experience out there was attending and seeing all these mosques that were built in the 400 AD and so on, and 1400 AD that have withstand time. It's always fascinating. The experience in this one and the conferences, bringing it real, giving you a chance to really explore and become an escape artist is very, very important for us. And so bringing that experience is big. Now, you bring all this together, and later on this year, not too far from now, we're talking about building the community. We're talking about bringing everybody together and giving everybody a chance to really communicate with each other and come together, have some meetings, get to know each other in their local, or no matter where you travel. So if you want to go visit a community in Panama, visit a community in Mexico, it's there. Meet individuals at the conference and then break off and then come back every so often together and meet like-minded individuals that are moving and just making a difference in today's world. We're going to be talking a lot about global entrepreneurship. I got a lot of experience when it comes to international business. I've done business in a lot of countries. I've had a chance to stay in countries. And so I look forward to bringing that expertise really to you. And and bringing others along. So you'll be hearing a lot more about that on the online summit and other conferences later on this year. So when you come to escapeartistlive.com or you go to escapeartist.com as the new sites launch, you're going to get tons of information. We want you to get engaged. We want to hear from you on Facebook. We want you to tweet us and let us know what is it that you want more of. Just shortly, not too long from now, we're going to be handing out a survey. We want to hear from you. We want to give you some questions and we want to hear back. Is this what you want? Is this what you're looking for? What do you think your friends are looking for? What do you see the world moving into? In which direction? What do you think is a priority? This one and this one. These things are very vital to us. This is great information that helps us deliver what you're looking for. How can we make the conference experience even more fascinating for you and for everyone that attended? How can we take our experts and really deliver further the expertise that you're looking for? When you ask the question, what are you looking for? How can we answer it? How can we make sure that you are got what you're looking for? You don't need to go anywhere else. EscapeArtist.com provides you that information. And at the end of the day, when you have been able to accomplish what you want to accomplish, and you'll be able to live and work, play, retire, and invest anywhere around the world, you can sit there and say, I am an escape artist. I am living my dream. This is what I see myself doing. This is what I've seen myself going, and I am an escape artist. And that is creating the community. Sharing with like-minded individuals and really taking it to different places and really driving it home, really making it real for you and making a difference. And that's an exciting part where Escape Artist is going. 2014 is just the start. I know we've been around for 18 years, but we have some amazing individuals that are working with this company that are bringing modern technology, modern age, dynamic information, dynamic ways of delivering it to you. And it's all in the benefit for you. It's all to really make sure that you fully understand the decisions you're about to make and where you're going and the direction you're going. You have all the information you need to make that decision. The only thing we can't really, we can share, but we really can't give you is the experience. We'll be with you. And that's what's exciting. Come with us to Chile. Come with us on our excursion trips. Machu Picchu. We're talking about other places around the world. Matter of fact, we want to know what destinations you want to go to. What is it you're interested in? This is what it's about. Taking that experience, bringing it down, getting together with other individuals, meeting them in conferences, getting the information you want, making the investments, figuring out how to live, work, play, retire, and invest anywhere around the world and become a true escape artist. Now, I just want to make sure I covered everything here. And if you have any questions, please type them into the question box, and I'll be glad to really try to get to them. And I know a few more people came in from different countries. I want to thank you for really joining us. The experience is there. What we're trying to accomplish is truly, truly, truly important to us and what direction you want to go. Panama Conference, April 8th to the 13th. Registration is on the 8th. VIP cocktail that evening. Starts on the morning of the 9th, goes on to the 13th. We're doing the VIP Panama cruise on the 12th. Just about 3 weeks away. Prices are about to go up. On March 15th, prices go up $300. So right now you get a savings. You get the VIP, you get the cruise, and you save money by taking action. And if you are interested, I know on this site right now, if you go to escapeartistlive.com, you can go down to conferences, put in the information, click on, I'm going to do this with you, click on Global Escape Hatch Panama, put in your information, put in your first name, last name, and phone number. We'll get somebody immediately to contact you. If you want, down the bottom right-hand side, if we're not around, but if you leave your name and phone number and message, we'll have one of our attendees get back with you immediately. We do have a question that came through. Why Panama for investments? So that's a great question. A lot of individuals who go to Panama for investments, a lot of them are for permanent residencies or citizenship in that country. So a lot of internal investments that you're looking at into teak or to the mangoes or real estate is to gain you that residency status that you're looking for in Panama. Now, while at this conference, there's other investment opportunities. There's the offshore investments into companies that are up and coming, that are in revenue, that have been vetted by experts to make sure that they're a true investment opportunity for you. And then there's also the international investments that you can make from an asset management standpoint. So you take your funds and transfer it offshore. You take it from an IRA, you create an IRA, and you make those investments into other opportunities that you're unable to make inside your home country. This gives you an opportunity while you're there in Panama to really reach out to those individuals that will be managing the funds for you and making the investments for you. So if you look at Panama from an investment standpoint, there's multiple ways. There's the residency component, the citizenship. You're talking about agriculture investments, investments into up-and-coming companies, pre-IPO, literally just a couple months away from IPOing and making some amazing returns. All this information, I still encourage you to do your due diligence, make sure it's the right investment, make sure it's the right thing for you and what you want to do. And so I hope I answered your question there. We also have another question about a little bit more about the teak and the teak program. You'll hear that there's a lot of teak going on. They use it for building down in Latin America. It's a very strong tree. You'll get an opportunity to make two types of investments, really. The one is for the residency. You make a minimum investment, and you then can use that for your residencies to get your residency or visa for Panama. The second one is agriculture. I mean, teak is a great investment. It's a long-term investment. It could take up in the upwards of 25 years for it to really grow. But you'll find that a lot of these opportunities may be in the 10th year, maybe in the 12th or 14th year. So your investment might be able to get back to you within a 10 or 15 years. So, like I said, do your due diligence. There's a lot of opportunities out there looking at it from an agricultural standpoint and so on. Does Panama's strategic position globally make it risky for investments? You know, I think no matter where you make the investment, there's always a risk to it. My answer to that would be it's really dependent on the individual. If you are intending to live there, if you are intended to make that your permanent residency and you're going to be there, the investment may very much be right for you. But if you are looking to do some international investments, you're really coming to Panama just because you're international at that moment, meet the individuals, and the investment may actually be in Singapore, the investment may be in Vanuatu or Antigua or in the Caribbean. So you really have to take a look at how, what the risk is. Panama does have a tendency from if you have to think about this, since the election's coming up and from a global standpoint, strategically and a political way, you have to be very careful. No one knows what the next president's going to do or what he's aiming for. We are getting closer, and you're going to know that shortly. Come May, you're going to kind of know where everything stands. So you're going to have to take it one step at a time. I don't know about the one. I don't know how to answer the one about printing money, but we'll just have to take it from there. I do appreciate everyone's time tonight. I do appreciate you staying with me. I do appreciate you asking the questions. We will be around. If you have any more questions, please email webinar@escapeartist.com. Please visit the website, escapeartistlive.com. Take a look at what EscapeArtist has to offer, along with Hemispheres Publishing and about the Global Escape Hatch with Global Wealth Protection, Mr. Casey there. There's a vast amount of really knowledge, expertise that's going to be there. The experience is going to be amazing. It's a good time of the year. It is going to be a good time. And so from the team here at Escape Artist, I look forward to seeing you there. Come visit our website, learn everything you can about how to live, work, play, retire, and invest, and really go out there and claim to be a true escape artist. So my name is Domingo Silvas, and I am an escape artist. Thank you very much, and everyone have a great evening. Thank you for being a part of the webinar. Thank you. Thank you very much.